you?
Doing tremendous. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Awesome.
Now that you've had a week and a half now as practice as the starter, in what ways do you feel more comfortable, and in what ways do you think you have grown in that role? Midweek through your second start coming up.
Yeah. As an offense, it's just all about execution, and that really starts with communication. I think getting some more reps with the ones, the offensive line, all the receivers, just really helps. Work out all those kinks, work out the communication part of it. I think getting all those reps has helped me grow a lot in terms of kind of all aspects of my game. So, yeah.
Alex, the next question comes from Denver, Colorado, and Taylor Brooks.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Doing tremendous. How you doing?
Good. I just know how important it is and how much there's been a push for, you and guys like Tim Jenkins and getting Colorado kids on the map. And you're certainly an example of that. And just showing how much hard work it does take and that kids in Colorado deserve this. Just how important is it to you to be one of those guys and to show kids here in Colorado that you can do this?
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really thankful for Tim. He's doing a great job over there of kind of pushing for more quarterbacks to be brought to the Power 5 level. But, coming from Colorado, it's not really known as a big football state in terms of like recruiting. But, we've shown with myself and a lot of other guys that it's possible, and that a lot of guys are doing it. And there's a lot of great guys from my high school that are getting recruited. So, putting Colorado on the map, it's really good.
Alex, the next question from John Steppe of the Cedar Rapids Gazette.
Hey, Alex, how are you?
Great. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. So how has your friendship with Keegan developed since he arrived in the spring, and how helpful has it been to have somebody who you've worked with as much as Keegan now as you're both now taking number one reps?
Yeah, it's awesome. Keegan's a great kid. He was a little quiet when he first got here, but he's definitely opened up. Like you said, we've gotten a lot of work together, so we're super comfortable with each other out there, and we've continued to get more and more reps, and we have a great relationship. We can kind of think what the other person's thinking in a way, but yeah, definitely comfortable with him out there, and he's a great player.
The next question, Alex, is from Chad Leistico of the Des Moines Register.
Hey, Alex. How you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Great. I've been doing a little research and reporting on your very first high school start. I think you were 14 years old. I can tell you're smiling, so you remember the game well.
Absolutely.
Just tell me what you remember from that. I mean, I see the pictures from the game. It's
yeah.
Great.
Absolute snowstorm in my first ever start in high school. I was definitely nervous for that one, but my head coach, Dave Loken, he really had a lot of confidence in me, and we threw the ball a bunch that day, which was very surprising to me, and we ended up winning the game, so I was very fortunate for that. But yeah, biggest thing I remember from that was a huge snowstorm. Couldn't see hardly anything in front of you, but yeah, that's a great memory of mine.
The next question, Alex, is from Tom Kakert of Hawkeye Report.
Alex, how you doing?
Great. How you doing?
Good. I want to ask you about your quarterback coach, Coach Jenkins, and Taylor brought him up earlier. But how much do you lean on him in these last 2 weeks, kind of just to, I know guys lean on their quarterback coach. What advice has he given you?
He's given me a lot of great advice. He was actually at the game this past weekend, so that was super cool for him to see, because I've been working with him since I was probably sixth or seventh grade. But yeah, he's just helped me kind of calm my nerves a lot. He's been through it too as well. He's been to the NFL level, but yeah, a lot of great tips. He helped me break down some film, so he's given me a lot of great tips throughout the week, and then he's continuing to do so this week as well.
Alex is from Steve Batterson of the Quad City Times.
Hey, good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
What did you learn about yourself by watching tape from last week?
I just learned that there's a lot of things to improve on. We did some good things on offense. We did some things that we can clean up, and it just all comes down to execution, the details and fundamentals that Coach Ferentz harps on all the time. So, yeah, just working on improving this week, focusing on the details, and really improving our execution this week.
The next question from Scott Docterman.
You look at Illinois' defense; they've done a nice job this year of getting to the quarterback.
Right.
how have you prepared for that, and is that something that you can do to avoid some of those sacks? And because you seem to do a nice job of it last week.
Yeah, they play a different defense than what we've seen the past couple weeks. They do some designer stuff, but I think the biggest thing this week is film study, studying the pressures they bring, kind of what they're trying to do on defense, and anytime I can try to escape the pocket and stay out of the sack, that's always good. So I feel like I can do that, and our offensive line has done a great job so far. So really excited.
Alex, the next question from Chad Leistico.
You seem so calm and not caught up in the moment or anything like that. Where does that come from for you? And have you always been that way?
I feel like I've always been that way. Probably comes from my parents. They're very low key. But I have a lot of comfort in knowing there's a lot of great players around me. I have 10 other guys in the huddle that are, working their tails off to do their job. So I have comfort in that, knowing that there's 10 other guys in the huddle that are working really hard, and we're all working towards the same goal. So that kind of eases me a lot.
The next question from Tom Kakert.
Alex, you guys have ran more play action with you under center. Is that a function of just something that you're more comfortable in, or is it a change within the offense? What is going on there?
No, I wouldn't say it's really a change. It was more of a game plan specific thing the past 2 weeks. There's not really a big change. It's just more game plan, from week to week.
The next question from John Steppe.
Alex, now you're going through all of this kind of starting routine a second time. Do the nerves go down a little bit?
I would say so. There's definitely some more comfort, going through it a second time. But just we're focused on continuing to improve our execution, working on our fundamentals, and we've done a great job of that so far this week, and we're going to continue to do so.
The next question from Scott Docterman.
Yeah, Alex, to be in this position, it wasn't officially performance-based, it was injury-based.
Right.
And it means that things can change in a heartbeat the other way. How do you approach that mentally? What have the coaches told you as far as this is your gig, or is it, hey, you've got to work every single day to make sure you're continue to start? I mean, what's kind of the discussion right now, and how do you play or perform without necessarily looking over your shoulder?
There hasn't been too much of a discussion about it, but kind of our thought process as an entire team is that your job is never solidified. You have to come in and work every day, and Spencer and I have both been doing that, and we're going to be supportive of each other no matter who's on the field. So there's no really looking over the shoulder. We're both focused on working hard every day and pushing our team forward however we can.
The next question from Chad Leistico.
Hey, Alex, I know I'm flashing back here, but I read an old article that talked about how you had a whiteboard session, I think, on either your official visit or a camp with Ken O'Keefe that went really well. Is that something, do you remember that, and just feeling like you understood, what Iowa was trying to do even at a young age?
Yeah, so I remember that really well. It was on my, I think it was when I went to camp here. I got up on the whiteboard and it was drawing some stuff up, but I can really attribute that to my high school coaches, and Tim Jenkins, like Taylor mentioned before. But yeah, they taught me from a really young age all the kind of intricacies of defense and offense and what they're trying to do. So yeah, I remember that really well. Thankful for my high school coaches and Tim as well for teaching me all that stuff.
The next question from John Steppe.
I see you got the shot squad sweater on there.
Yeah.
So how much does Kyler mean to you?
He means a lot to me. Just like all my offensive linemen, I have a Linderbaum one too as well. The guys up front, I'm very thankful for them. They've done a great job all year. I love to be around them. They're a great bunch of guys. Can't say enough about how hard they work and the people that they are. So I'm really thankful that they're my brothers and that they're protecting us.
Circle back to Chad Leistico.
you and Spencer are great friends. How has that flourished? How has that, helped, I guess, last few weeks?
Yeah, if anything, I think it's really flourished. We're obviously great friends, and he's been super supportive of me. Kind of like I said after the game this past week, he's given me a bunch of great tips. He's always in my ear, encouraging me and telling me what he sees. So I'm super thankful for him and for our relationship, and it's gotten even stronger.
All right, Alex, I know you're up against class. So we'll take one more question from Scott Document.
Yeah, how are your conversations changed maybe with a couple of your offensive teammates over the last couple of weeks? I think you're roommate with Tyler Goodson, if I recall.
Yep.
And was everything more generalities before and now there's specifics, or how have those conversations taken place?
The conversations we have are there's a lot of them in practice in terms of certain plays and certain looks that we get, and where I was at a couple weeks ago as I'm talking more with the guys that run with the second group about those things, and now I'm talking with more of the first team guys and trying to get on the same page with them. But yeah, that's how the conversations have changed. But I feel like we've done a great job of communicating, and all my teammates are very, very thoughtful and helpful for me. So I appreciate them.
All right, Alex, I'll speak for the group and say thanks for giving us your time prior to class, and
Yep.
good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, appreciate it. Go Hawks.